Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome everyone to the Embassy of India in Japan for today's event, in partnership with IIT Bombay and Tohoku University, Technology, Translation, and Entrepreneurship, celebrating the establishment of the Joint Institute of Excellence under the framework of Industry Academia Connect between India and Japan. To begin, we'd like to invite His Excellency, Mr. C.B. George, Ambassador of India to Japan, to deliver the opening remarks. We invite Ambassador C.B. George, Ambassador of India to Japan, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Your Excellency, Mr. Ino Yuichi, Director General, Science and Technology, Policy Bureau, MEXT. Dr. Sarath Kumar Saraf, Chairman, Board of Governors, IIT Mumbai. Professor Sirish Kadare, Director, IIT Bombay. Professor Masahiro Yamaguchi, Vice President of Tohoku University. Professor Milind Atre, Deputy Director, IIT Mumbai. Professor Daisuke Komori, Tohoku University, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure in welcoming you all to distinguished scientists, technologists, and karma yogis of India-Japan Science, Technology, and Innovation Collaboration. Thank you for your unwavering support in building our relationship. Technology, translation, and entrepreneurship to play a key role in industry academia connect between India and Japan to help transforming both nations and their technology landscape. I am very happy that yesterday the Indian Institute of Technology Mumbai and Tohoku University came together and paved the way for establishing Joint Institute of Excellence, JIE. I was very pleased to address the delegates from both sides and witness myself the JIE establishment ceremony at Tohoku University. And the objectives set including dual degree now, moving towards a joint degree. I look forward to witnessing the progress you make in building this relationship further. I would like to replicate this with other universities and institutes if possible. I'm particularly happy that this has happened during the year when we celebrate the India-Japan Year of Science and Technology and Innovation, which is one of the steps we see as aimed at building our relationship between India and Japan. As you are all aware, we have excellent relationship between our two countries, a relationship which is based in our civilizational connect, our cultural engagement. As I mentioned yesterday in my address at the university, wherever you go in this country, you see a connect between India and Japan, which is very important. It is cultural connect, civilizational connect, above all, people to people connect. There is a passion for India I could see in every corner of this country. Similarly, in India, you see a passion for Japan. Indians love Japan, the quality of Japan. And perhaps one of the main reasons is that Japan is the first Asian country to become a developed country. So it was always seen as a role model for any nation which aspires to become a developed country. And of course, India is aspiring to become a developed country in the next 25 years. Our Prime Minister has made the appeal to make India a developed country. During this period of Amritkal, next 25 years, we all work hard, work together to prepare ourselves to make India a developed country. And in this movement, in this journey, Japan is a very important partner. Japan has always been a reliable partner for India in its journey. Let us just look back. 40 years ago, Suzuki came to India. Suzuki transformed India's automobile sector. Suzuki also got transformed. A small Japanese car company today has become one of the largest companies. We just lost Mr. Osamu Suzuki, the pioneer in India-Japan business relationship. I recently attended the official funeral ceremony memorial service, which was organized by Suzuki, which was attended by the Prime Minister of Japan and other leaders. From our India's part of, we have conferred on him the Padma Bhushan, the second highest civilian award recently. So from that beginning 40 years ago, we have seen a journey. Thousands of Japanese companies moved to India. Today we have 1,500 Japanese companies in India. These are 1,500 success stories. And we need to spread this message of success stories in every part of Japan. Like our civilizational connect, we need to tell the Japanese companies that India is an opportunity. It is a billion opportunity today. The rest of the world is becoming partners in that opportunity. We can see it. So I would like to have this number to increase from 1,500 to 15,000. I am sure that we can achieve it if we get the SMEs into the game. And I'm sure we can do that. That is how we build a supply chain resilience. That is how we build the ecosystem. And I see it. Traditionally, our relationship now is based on automobile sector. Lot of automobile sector. 40% of Indian market is with the Suzuki, and it is growing. They are building 2 more new factories. But I see other companies are also coming in. Daikin, which recently celebrated its 100th anniversary, again is a great success story. We have so many JITs, Japanese Industrial Townships in India, 11 of them. And each one is getting more and more Japanese companies. But I would like to have more small and medium scale companies to come in so that the ecosystem becomes more vibrant and we would be able to increase the number from 1,500 to 15,000. Every ambassador is a salesman. Me too is a salesman. So it is my job to sell, not sell India, but sell the India story. And India story sells. It's a great story. The success story of these 1,500 companies is a great story which sells. And I'm confident that with more and more engagement now happening at the academic level, particularly between the universities and educational institutions, we will have more and more people to people connect, more and more business to business connect, and of course, more and more scientists connect, with which we would be able to build a stronger relationship between India and Japan. Once again, I welcome each one of you, the leaders in the scientific field who have come forward today to celebrate our relationship and also to celebrate the new joint venture that was made between Tohoku University and our IIT Bombay. Once again, welcome and thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Sir, for your remarks. Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Inoue Yuichi, Director General, Science and Technology Policy Bureau of NEXT, for his remarks.
Yeah, good afternoon. His Excellency Ambassador Shibi George and Chairman of IIT Bombay, Dr. Sharad Kumar, and Director of the Indian Institute of the IIT Bombay, Professor Sirish Kedare, and Vice President of Tohoku University, Professor Masahiro Yamaguchi, distinguished guests. Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Yuichi Inoue, Director General for Science and Technology Policy Bureau of NEXT. And at first, I really impressed by, Ambassador George's speech to know your big, deep understanding and big love for our Japan, Japanese people and Japanese culture and Japan. I really impressed. And first of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations on the establishment of the Joint Institute of Excellence, JIE, between Tohoku University and the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. I also wish to thank Ambassador George for your dedicated efforts and for hosting this memorable occasion to commemorate the JIE. Japan and India are strategic partners who share fundamental values such as freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. Over the years, our two nations have deepened cooperation in various fields, including economy and security. In particular, science and technology have become an important pillar of this partnership. This year marks the 40th anniversary of our Science and Technology Cooperation Agreement, and to celebrate this milestone, we launched the Japan-India Science, Technology and Innovation Exchange Year this April. Through this initiative, we expect to see further progress in talent mobility and joint research between two countries. The partnership between Tohoku University and IIT Bombay is a prime example, I think. I am confident that this collaboration will greatly contribute to strengthening our bilateral ties and to advancing science and technology in both nations. At MEXT, we are also committed to accelerating this initiative. We will significantly expand support for Indian graduate students and researchers who stay in Japan. We are also planning new open calls to promote joint research in fields such as AI and healthcare. I hope that all of you involved in JIE will make full use of these opportunities. In closing, I would like to offer my deepest respect and heartfelt thanks to Ambassador George and the embassy staff and to everyone involved in the creation of JIE. And I really look forward to seeing the JIE become a hub for our cooperation. We MEXT remains fully committed to supporting this endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your remarks. Next, we'd like to invite Dr. Sarat Kumar Saraf, Chairman, Board of Directors, IIT Bombay, for his remarks.
Thank you, ma'am. His Excellency, Ambassador of India, Mr. C.B. George, Director General MEXT, Inavi-san, Director, IIT Bombay, Vice President, Tohoku University, Yamaguchi-san, my colleagues from Mumbai, and friends. We've heard a very inspiring talk from our ambassador. I thought only marketing experts in trade and industry were so knowledgeable, but I am very happy to see that we have an ambassador here who beats them all. Thank you, sir, for supporting the Indian cause. A lot has been said already about this great agreement that was signed yesterday. I would only like to say that this is a template for other IITs, and we have 23 of them, as well as our other great universities, to cooperate more deeply with Japan by extending our cooperation with other universities also, other great universities of Japan. IIT Bombay also has a relationship with several universities, several important universities in Japan, and I hope this will pave the way for increasing our penetration, the cooperation between the two countries. If you recall, nearly 1,000 years back, India had some of the finest universities in the world, led by the famous Nalanda, Takshila, Vishwabharati, and other universities. Subsequently, it was a pity that these universities did not survive. Otherwise, today they would have been some of the best universities in the world. The government of India, through its vision, is bringing that knowledge back through IITs. So IITs have been established in our Gurukul system, where the students, teachers all stayed in the same campus and they were interacting with each other, available to each other all the time. So we are trying to replicate that system and we are trying to come back. And this agreement that we have done is certainly going to pave way for this kind of initiative that our government wants. I am very grateful to Tohoku University, its president and vice presidents and other staff who were so helpful in last 2-3 months mostly, that the entire agreement was hammered out and the mutual visits from both sides helped, mutual communication helped, and it has gone very well. So with these few words, I once again express my grateful thanks to Tohoku University, to Indian Embassy and Government of Japan, JST in particular, MEXT in particular, for supporting this agreement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your remarks. Next, we'd like to invite Professor Shirish Kedare, Director of IIT Bombay, for his remarks.
Namaskar. It is my pleasure to be here and with our Japanese friends. And now we have started recognizing faces, names, expertise, and slowly the approach how each person works. So this is how the two societies get connected. This is how the relations are built. I think as our Honorable Ambassador C.B. George, as well as Honorable Director General Inauchi Yuichi has mentioned, our two countries have long history of association, and the philosophies of life are shared, and we can experience it when we are here, especially when we go to various countries and see that there are different approaches to life, which is good. But then we see that Japan and India share many things, approach to life are very similar. And because of this, the relations can be taken ahead. I think that's a prerequisite. And then now we have a task to take the relations ahead. And these relations can be strengthened by exchanging ideas, new ideas for new challenges. Today, as you know, the world has many challenges and many opportunities. AI is coming in, it's both ways. It's a very good tool, and we have to prepare our society to use it in a balanced way. We have a task of taking medical technologies ahead, because we have to address the issues that our common people, society face. And we also have to work on the disasters which are increasing, and because of the various weather changes. And these are the three major areas where new ideas are required. And new ideas and new ways can be innovated only by a young mind. So with the philosophical connect, the next job I think is for the education system, because the education system is there to train new young minds, to train new generation. And the baton is handed over by the previous generation to new generation to the education system. And I think new ideas in all these domains need to be developed together, because all these three problems that I mentioned are global. They are not some country's problem or some culture's problem. They are global problems where, as we discussed, global engineers, global population, global young minds are required who think in a global way. They are inclusive of other cultures. Therefore, we are planning to have this association, joint institute, which will have exchange of students, student groups working together from India and Japan, a cohort of students, and students from Japan will stay in IIT Bombay, students from IIT Bombay will stay in Tohoku University, work together, stay together. One of the major thing that IIT Bombay has done is a immersive experience of the life. So our hostel life, the dormitory life that our students go through, our alumni are here, so they will always remember the hostel life. So when we meet, we ask, what was your hostel? Oh, I was in this hostel. And he gets connected immediately. That is because 3 years, 4 years, we stay together, and that togetherness takes you ahead through life. So this togetherness actually on ground, person to person, needs to be developed. And I think that's why in these relations between two countries, the relations of academic institutes where students work together, faculty work together are very important. We are trying that. As was mentioned, it's an experiment. IITs have done no such experiments. IITs have started a campus outside, but this together, experiment of together, working together, is not yet fully explored. And we are excited and we are aware of the responsibility of making it together. And I'm sure you all are with us. And so with that assurance in my mind that Japanese government, JST, Mixed, Tohoku University, many other, and mainly our alumni here will help us in taking ahead this responsibility. And with this assurance, we are looking forward to new ways, new areas to be conquered together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your remarks. Next, we'd like to invite Professor Masahiro Yamaguchi, Vice President of Tohoku University, for his remarks with his presentation.
Okay, very good. So, good afternoon. And first of all, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Subi George, Ambassador of India to Japan, for the kind invitation to the wonderful event. I also greatly appreciate Mr. Inoue Yuichi, Director General, Science and Technology Policy Bureau, NEXT, for taking time of his busy schedule to attend this event. I'm also grateful to my colleagues or friends at IIT Bombay, and Chairman Ms. Dr. Sarab, Director Professor Kedare, and Deputy Director Professor Atre, for their wonderful cooperation in making our new initiative a reality. How can which one? Up? Oh, okay.
Thank you. So, to begin, I'd like to briefly explain who we are. Tohoku University was founded in 1907 as the third national university in Japan with three principles: research first, open doors, and social value creation. Regarding open doors, we are the first university which accepted female students in the year 1913, despite a strong opposition from the Ministry of Education at that time. And also, as for the innovation, we make an essential contribution to the digital society, modern digital society, through many inventions, including the flash memory and the perpendicular magnetic recording system, which was widely used at the head of the hard disk of computers. Sorry, maybe this way. Okay, that's perhaps the most remarkable event about Tohoku University was that we were accredited as the first university for international research excellence, a new initiative of the Japanese government. With strong financial support from the government, we aim to become a truly world-class and excellent university. In it, internationalization is, of course, an essential commitment of our university. Okay. Now, I'd like to briefly explain the history of the exchanges with IIT Bombay. Tohoku University and IIT Bombay have a long-standing partnership dating back to the year 2000. But you can see in the last 2 years or so, the exchanges between the two institutions have extremely active and at various levels, including the leadership teams, researchers, and students. Well, this leads to the establishment of a new initiative called the Joint Institute of Excellence, or JIE short. Okay, the background of this initiative is of course the close relationship and good relationship between Japan and India. Cooperation between the two countries is expected to contribute not only to their own development, but also to the sustainable growth of the international community as a whole through the creation of the new values. Tohoku University and IIT Bombay, leading institutions in Japan and India, have complementary strengths and characteristics, and it is expected that further collaboration between the two universities will create powerful synergies. So I'm very pleased to share with you that just yesterday, the president of Tohoku University, Professor Tominaga, and the director of IIT Bombay, Professor Kedare, signed a joint statement to establish the Tohoku University IIT Bombay Joint Institute of Excellence in the presence of the Ambassador of India, Mr. Sibi George. This is an official announcement of the start of the new journey between Tohoku University and IIT Bombay. We are advancing our initiatives with the following three pillars: education, research, and industry university co-creation. As for the education, we'll foster together highly skilled individuals who will contribute to the creation of innovation with an international experience that broaden their exposures to different cultures. In particular, we'll implement double degree or dual degree programs in some specific fields. We'll start with the PhD course and then plan to expand it to the master course and the undergraduate course eventually. In this way, we will contribute to increase the number of the Indian students who study in Japan. At the same time, we want to foster young Japanese who will work actively in India. As for research, we'll promote excellence in joint research in areas in which both institutions are strong, such as the data science and robotics, as well as in the advanced technology fields, such as semiconductors, AI, and quantum science, to create academic impact. We also realize social impact by implementing our research into society, leading to the solutions for the social issues and contribute to the sustainable economic development. Industry university creation. By conducting this education and research activities through industry university cooperation and returning the result into the society, and by attracting investment that will further develop these initiatives. We aim to create a virtuous cycle that will promote sustainable development. Examples include promoting research with the industry university collaboration, as well as student internships in the industry. We also would like to support startups in the framework. Actually, when I visited IIT Bombay last time, I visited a sign, one of the incubator facility. I was very much impressed, where a lot of young people are working hard in that facility, and I was very much impressed, and I want to learn more about that. Our new institutions aim to establish a mutually beneficial association of education, research, and industry university co-creation by collaboration, and by creating new values will contribute to solving global issues and to the sustainable economic development of both Japan and India. Okay. So, as I mentioned, we had a commencement ceremony yesterday in Tohoku University, Sendai, and in the presence of the ambassador and other distinguished guests, as you can see in the figure. That's why I want to use this slide, I mean the PowerPoint 5 to this. Finally, let me briefly mention some activities at the initial stage for this year and next year. After the opening of the JIE promotion office yesterday, we'll start a dual doctoral degree program in 4 priority areas, such as disaster risk management, transportation, robotics, and healthcare. We'll also vigorously promote short-term student exchange programs. In fact, we already conducted the first trial in March this year, where 10 Tohoku students visited IIT Bombay. At the ceremony yesterday, can I go back? Okay. Let me try. Oops, too much. Oh, yes. On the right-hand side, you can see that the 2 students are presenting the experience in this short-term program. That was very exciting. We are very impressed. And that seems to guarantee the success of the whole initiative of the JIE. Okay. Oh, sorry. On the research side, we plan to promote joint research, cross-appointment of the excellent researchers, and exchange of the young researchers. Here, we'd like to utilize the JST's new initiative programs as well. As for the industry university co-creation, we will provide internship opportunities to students participating into the dual degree program. We also would like to develop the curriculum with our industry partners. to summarize, we'd like to establish an India-Japan exchange platform, which is not limited to academia, but open to the private sector and community. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. Next, we'd like to invite Professor Milind Atre, Deputy Director of IIT Bombay, for his presentation on IIT Bombay's Research, Innovation, and Translational Ecosystem.
Good afternoon. And first of all, let me thank His Excellency, Ambassador C.B. Georgie, Mr. Enoch Yuichi-san, Director General of Science and Technology Policy Bureau MEXT, our own BOG Chairman, Dr. Saraf, Director IIT Bombay, Professor Kedare, Professor Yamaguchi, Vice President of Tohoku University. First, let me introduce myself. I am Milind Atre. I am a Professor of Mechanical Engineering at IIT Bombay and also an alumnus of IIT Bombay. In 1991, I did my PhD from IIT Bombay, spent 14 years after that all over the world and came back to teach in 2005. And since last 20 years, I'm at IIT Bombay and have been in charge of SIGN, which is our business incubator, for 7 years, and was our Dean R&D for 4.5 years. And since last almost 10 months, I'm the Deputy Director looking at art. And this art means academics, research, and translation of research. I will talk in brief about these 3 things. And therefore, I'm talking about innovation, research, innovation, and translation at IIT Bombay. All right. After Tohoku University's presentation, I also am inclined to give a brief history about IITs. And therefore, I thought talking about all the IITs, and as possibly many would not know, and especially from colleagues from Japan, that there are now so many IITs. And that was the sequence that it started with. The new IITs came in 2008 and 9. 2012, IIT Varanasi came. And in 15 and 16, we had several other IITs. And in all, there are 23 IITs. And as you know, each IIT is now becoming a brand by itself. So what we say is IIT Bombay itself is a brand, and it has got, therefore, those characteristics of Mumbai also embedded in the same system. This is also a very historic picture that you can see. It started with our Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the Prime Minister, who actually, started in 1958, that IIT Bombay came into existence, and it's going on very strong and becoming stronger and stronger. What is IIT Bombay is known for? Of course, alumni, and there are great alumni that you can see from this picture. There are several young alumni, and I'm sure one day these very people possibly will be featuring out there in this slide later on. I would like to see our BOG chairman also at the center, but you can see a lot of other people, including Bollywood filmmaker, etc., but you can see our space chairman also in this. Right side down is the person who came with the rupee symbol from our IDC. So there are very, very, very active members, still going very strong. Parag Agrawal, the ex-CEO Twitter, space chairman, professors of different types, including our defense minister, late defense minister, Sri Manohar Parrikarji also. So there are various names. I could just take a few of them right now. Typical IIT Bombay today is very well known IIT. Alumni have created a large impact, recognized for its contribution, and I'll not go in the details, but just would like to talk about that. Today, IIT Bombay is ranked 28th rank in engineering technology all over the world. We got a good national ranking and QS Asia ranking also. There are 17 departments, several centers, and several schools. They are increasing almost once in every year. The innovation system that we have at IIT Bombay is coming from various places. One of which is Dean R&D Office, the IRCC, Sign, which is where the startups are coming from, the research park where the industries are coming on the same campus. And now we got a center for sophisticated instrumentation where a lot of new equipment are coming where industries and academic institutes and universities can use this on payment basis. I will not go into details of these institute facilities where from research happens, where from publications happen, where industries can also use this. The R&D office is the one which does all R&D management, R&D project management. Today we have got 1,000 projects going on, sponsored project, research project, industry sponsored projects, and several consultancy projects going on with several industries. And our office associated with almost 100 people managing the entire R&D scenario at IIT Bombay. So I talked about 1,000 R&D projects, several consultancy projects, doing work with several industries in India and international. We are one of the most top innovative institutes right now and getting award almost every year. Research glimpses, I will not go in the details because there can be several glimpses, but very important, there are work going on batteries, there's a work going on efficient high performance unconventional perovskite solar cells. We've got RF receiver chips, semiconductor, hydrogen, electric vehicle, quantum computing, so on and so forth. I can talk about those in details. The number of patents are growing every year. IIT Bombay gets an award of the Innovation IP Awards every year. But having just IP is not our aim. Licensing those IPs and producing industries around those IPs is what we look at. You just saw earlier in the film, there's an affordable CAR T cell for cancer. Then we have got a various core, Atomberg is a big company that has come out. Then there are all these companies that have come out and made it very, very big. So we started our program first BTech and MTech, and then we went on to having PhD where research and innovation become a very important part of our teaching. The focus then was all human resource for technology. We had more journal publications, we had more patents in those times. This was possibly from this period, the phase 1 and phase 2 of IIT Bombay that we call as. Things change. We talked about incubation and entrepreneurship, and now we talk about translational research. The support to transition from lab to market become primary important thing. Growing technology, maturity level for higher success become the priority. We would like to focus more on a research park now. The research park is coming with a lot of industries, and these industries would work with IIT Bombay professors, would have interns as our students, possibly our student finding a job with these industries right on the campus. So the focus now has changed, and the focus is more on market-ready technologies, product solutions for industry, and the new technologies, and of course the AI, ML, and climate change, and so on and so forth. Sign is one of the first incubator that came ever in any other IITs. It is there since last 20 years. We not only have practicing entrepreneurship, but we teach entrepreneurship, which was said earlier that entrepreneurship cannot be taught. But yes, we have got a DS school, again sponsored by one of our alumnus, Bharat Desai. And now we have got a heavy rush of students, right from first year to the PhD student, that they would like to understand how entrepreneurship can be carried out. What are the essentials of entrepreneurship? We handhold them. And essentially, we would like that students should right from the first year start thinking about entrepreneurship as in possibilities and not worry about jobs. Sign came into existence, 260 startups. So far, we got IPOs, we got unicorns coming from any academic institute. This is the only IIT from where we got a unicorn and IPO now. And we got now additional translational hubs coming up at IIT Bombay. Yeah, this is, I just missed that. This is what the teaching of entrepreneurship happens, where a minor degree program, again, the only IIT where a minor degree is given in entrepreneurship. The students from very undergraduate level also start understanding what is this entrepreneurship business. There's a new place, a new building, which is given by Bharat Desai, our alumnus, 1975. You can see a building where all these office spaces, design studio, faculty offices, co-working labs, everything will be housed, open for 24/7 all over the years. built in students' premises, student side, so that they can give access to all these facilities. This is ready. We got this program of innovation, ideate, innovation, educate, incubate, so on and so forth. Sign, which is housed in this building, again given by great Rahul Bajaj. This building was sponsored by Rahul Bajaj himself. Several highlights of Sign, which I'll not go through right now. So many companies came up. The important thing was whatever money was given to Sign, they could raise 3.41 billion. Their valuation is now 3.41 billion. All right, and so many IPs got generated and an employment of almost 10,000 plus that is being generated by these startups. The big success stories, Gupshup, the first unicorn, Secure data center security platform, Sedimac, the first ever sensorless motor. This company is by a professor with 5 PhD students. Idea Forge, which has become an IPO now. Atomberg, everybody's fans in India today are from Atomberg. They are sold on Amazon. Immunact is the first CAR T cell, a cancer solution for common man in India today. Research Park, this building is ready, and we'll have industries right on the campus. Right now, there are around 25 industries who would be right on the campus, working with professors, working with laboratory, having students working as interns, and possibly students joining those companies right on the campus. There are several industries lined up right now to come in our research park. The focus of all R&D has been on artificial intelligence, data science, healthcare, sustainability, nano engineering, advanced material, and then various subparts. I would not like to go into the details of that thing. But what's more important, center of excellence are coming in different verticals. And this is from where the research is happening. This is where there is no department concept. There are at least minimum 4 to 10 departments come together to have a systemic development. The system, the product, the new technology get generated. In semiconductor now, we've got a logistic, and we've got C-Minds, we've got data science for banking, electric vehicle, green energy, sustainability hub, etc., etc. Our strategy is changing. We are putting the next gear. We would like our faculty members from 700 to 1200 by 2030. The student strength would increase from 13,000 to 20,000. We have got already 24 hostels, and you can imagine what that number could be. We, of course, are growing very fast. Of course, we require government interventions, research aligned with national priorities, and therefore translation research also becomes very important. The limitations are plenty. Most of the professors are happy with publications still. Most of the professors, the lab still carries out research. This research requires translation. And this is what idea to product is what we're talking about. But conventional research, when you do, the market ready and the conventional research, there's always a gap. So whatever gets generated in the laboratory may not reach the market. What needs to be done is possibly to fill in this gap from TRL3 to TRL7 is what we are now concentrating upon. And this is where I think our Translation Research Center that we are talking about, again, the first in any IITs that we are talking about. This is where we would like to help our professors with the help of industries from outside or by professors, and possibly having able hands, guidance, mentorship to have this translational knowledge generated in deep tech science. And instead of falling that ball down, we would like to take it bump on the rightmost side, and you should cross this valley of death altogether. So this TRL 5 and 7 is something what we would like to cross to go to the product and getting this product commercialization. So what I would like to do, like to see is between this industry and IIT Bombay, on right side, we've got the startups. This should be connected with what we call as a Translation Research Center. It may be called as TRIST, wherein we believe that all these healthcare, energy segments, semiconductor, e-mobility, robotics, TIH, IoT devices, smart, everything get connected. And we should have this connect between startups, research park, IIT Bombay, research happening in different departments, and of course industry. And this is the model that we are looking for, that can we translate all these technologies which are otherwise sitting in the laboratories, possibly resulting in patents and publications, but not reaching to the public at large. this is where we believe that this will make a huge difference in this world. I'll stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. Next, we'd like to invite Professor Daisuke Komori of Tohoku University for his presentation on Tohoku University and IITB's joint research.
This one? Thank you. Okay, namaste, good afternoon. Ambassador Shibi George, and distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. Even though he already leave because of his busy schedule, but I would like to show also the sincere appreciation to the Ambassador Shibi George because making the very excellent ceremony for our Joint Institute of Excellence. Moreover, it's already many so the alumni from the IIT, and also the academia, also the companies, and also the Indian side, also the Japanese side to making the networking. That's a very great opportunity to accelerate our JIE. So yeah, very big appreciation. Then I would like to today introduce one of the core research project cluster in the JIE, that's a science. But that is one of the core cluster research in the Tohoku University for International Research Excellence. Okay, so yeah, in the India, you know, so the economic superpower ranking fifth in the world regarding so the nominal so GDP. However, India will experience approximately 8 times as many disasters reported as the global average. That is so the twice of Japan. Therefore, currently, now in the northern also the eastern India is facing so the heavy rainfall lightning disaster. So this story is so the already over to the hundreds. So I'm very sorry so the sincere sorry so about these situations. So indeed, so now Prime Minister Modi also the now have designed is so the new institute in India, Horizons for the Disaster Resilience Infrastructures, CDRI. That is also the supporting so the research, also the implementations, also the not only India, also the countries, the world countries with the academia. So, against this background, so we are starting to the collaboration research, joint research with IITB since 2023 to promoting so the academic scientific evidence to contributing to the global agenda for disaster risk reduction. Okay, so already so the Vice President so the Yamaguchi introducing you to the about our new program, University for International Research Excellence. As I already explained, so the disaster science, one of the core research clusters. Then motto of so the first priority of so the disaster science contribution to the global agenda, Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction. So Sendai framework for DRR is there is 4 top priority. The first priority is understanding disaster risk. Without understanding, we cannot work, we cannot contribute. So next, strengthening the disaster risk governance to manage disaster risk. The third is investing in disaster risk reduction for resilience. The fourth, the enhancing disaster preparedness for response and to build back better in recovery, rehabilitation, and reconstruction. So CDRI, that is the newly is the established by the Prime Minister Modi, is the strongly related, strongly collaborating or working associated to the priority 3. Then Tohoku University, after the Great East Japan earthquake, so we also the contributing to the global agenda for disaster risk reduction to establish the new research institute International Research Institute of Disaster Science, and contributed to the last third United Nations World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction in Sendai, and also the support contributing to the Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction. Then also we are hosted is for the World Bosai Forum. Bosai is so the refer to range of the activity to prevent, prepare, or respond to and recover from natural and other hazards. Then every 2 years we hosted to the World Bosai Forum. Then the 2030, so we organize the fourth United Nations World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction. So by 3 times, so the Japan be the host country to organize the nation conference. But fourth, we think India is one of the important the countries, the candidate countries to organize it to the UN conference for disaster risk action. Therefore, that's one of the strong reasons for us to the collaborating the IITB to promoting the joint research with the IITB India researchers to contributing to the global agenda. Okay, back to our research. So the research collaboration. So the Mumbai is the top cities in India, commercial, economical cities, which leading the India government, India environment, India economy. Then also high railway service will underway is bridging between the Mumbai, the cabinet to the New Delhi. Then urban expansion, also the economic development also expected. On the other hand, Mumbai is also facing the heavy rainfall, also heat wave, disasters with changing climate. This figure explains is the world cities is the human experienced disaster in the temperature, population, rainfalls. Then Mumbai is here. The Mumbai is this figure suggests Mumbai might be reaching to the unexperienced zone in the human beings in the 21st century. Therefore, this is a very important point to why we need to start research in Mumbai. The Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction adopted in 2015 clearly stated that minimizing the disaster risk before a disaster through the pre-disaster investment for DRR are the most effective and most important priority 3. However, there has not been enough concrete discussion on how such pre-disaster investment should be made. In particular, policy decisions on investment in urban development and DRR are not determined by disaster risk level, but rather by the economic benefit. Therefore, due in part to the unplanned urban concentration and climate change impact, urban disaster risk has become a major obstacle to moving to the further stage of development. More in detail, so after development, urban development, the rainwater run off speedily to the downstreams due to the increase in impervious area and modification of the drainage system, that causing to the increasing in runoff discharge. Moreover, also expansion of the human activity into the flood-prone low-lying area, that increasing the damage potential. In addition, increasing short-term rainfall intensity will be increased by changing climate or heat island. That also the increasing these potential risks. So hazards increase due to natural phenomena, while exposure increase due to human activities. Therefore, we making this research framework. The first is the science using scientific evidence, visualization of grid-based probable the flood and seismic risk, and comprehensive urban development assessment. How? So especially what we need, so that we need to understand grid-based. Where is the grid-based analysis to understanding the investment, development, and the risk reduction. So our team now working through the 5 fundamental scale to understand the condition of the investment for disaster risk reduction and urban development. How? We using satellite observation, the simple simulation. Because in the case of Japan, if we have the rich data set, maybe we don't need any scientific tools, modelings. Maybe the data can explain. We can make it statistically, we can design to the discussing a visualization with the based analysis. But to the India, so the most of the countries, the developing countries, is so the data poor condition. Therefore, we need to utilize to the more general approach to using so the monitoring and satellite and model approach. Then after getting the visualization grid-based probable flood and seismic risk, so we use a statistical approach to discussing the balance between so the development and disaster risk reduction. Then, which is called contributing to the integrated assessment on decision-making support framework for DRR and sustainable urban development. This is the theme for this research framework. So mainly IIT Bombay and also the Tohoku University is to the taking charge of the research framework. Then here, Department of Civil Engineering and also School of Engineering Tohoku University and also the Graduate School of Environmental Study is also the core research group in this team. That this time we tied to a double degree program. So we expecting so that this double degree program more accelerating so that our research framework. Then so far we already have so the organizing so the international conference in the India last year and in Japan this year. Then contribution global agenda for DRR, we already have the joint activities with the IIT Bombay in Japan, third Water Forum, and also in Bali, and also in Bali, also the 10th World Water Forum, and also the 4th Water Forum in Sendai. I strongly expecting so the more under the JIE initiative, we can more promoting so the joint activities and also more promoting so the contribution to the global agenda for DRR. Okay, so namaste, thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. Now we move on to the next segment, a panel discussion and way forward. It's my pleasure to invite our panelists to the stage, Professor Shirish Kedare, Professor Masahiro Yamaguchi, Professor Milind Atre, and Professor Daisuke Komori. We invite the audience to interact and ask questions. However, due to time constraints, we will be taking 2 to 3 questions this time. So please kindly raise your hand and our staff will be coming to your seat to hand you over the mic. Thank you. Any question? Yes, please, over here. And the front row, gentleman in the front row.
Myself, Dr. Pramod Vahane. I wanted to ask Kedari sir. My question is to Atre sir. I am dealing with and associated with the municipal wastage to hydrogen technology, and with the help of the Japanese green renewable energy company, the pilot project we will be installing in India. That will be the first pilot project. We wanted to know just because IIT is a huge area, sir, and how I can be associated for the gasification and analysis on the research purpose, because that project will be on the research and then commercializing purpose.
Right. So first is the research work. We can approach the Dean R&D office immediately. There are a lot of professors who are working on gasification. They can possibly help you in doing those experiments also. Maybe if the results are good, you may come together and start a company. If your company is right there, you can come in a research park, because we want even small companies also to come to research park. So there are 2 possibilities: work with a professor through Dean R&D office, which can happen within a week's time. Through a agreement, MOU can be done between the Japanese company and professor from IIT Bombay. We can work together to do the analysis, to do the pilot research or analyze the research. Or you can come and have a place in our research park also, and again start working with IIT Bombay from the research park. Both the possibilities are there.
Fortunately,
Assuming that you are not a startup. If you are a startup, then possibly come to sign.
We are not a startup. And fortunately, our delegation, Japanese delegation, is along with me. We are coming to Mumbai, sir. And no, we'll be happy to meet you if you give permit and give the date, sir. So
You're most
during
welcome.
this,
You're most
we'll,
welcome. You don't have to take permission. Come to IIT Bombay. We will solve your problem there.
yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Any other participant who have a question, kindly raise your hand. Ah, yes, please, the gentleman out there.
Hello, sir. First of all, congratulations to IIT Bombay and Tohoku University. So I just wanted to say that we have a very large base of alumni here in Japan for IIT Bombay. And I understand that right now I think we are focusing on exchange students. But in the future, what kind of possibilities are there for alumni to engage with Tohoku University and in such programs which can maybe benefit them in their career?
Your participation is very welcome. I told you that this JIE framework is not limited to the current academia. I mean the professors and the students and so on, but open to the all industrial sector as well as the community. So that the community, I think, includes the alumni network. So I'm very happy if you can collaborate with you.
So in a way, you can collaborate with Tohoku University. So you can think of through this joint center. So whatever field you are, you may be very good in certain industry, electronics or something. So for example, we have recently connected our Portland alumni chapter to our semiconductor center. So that all alumni of Portland chapter, which is obviously a semiconductor city, is supporting our semiconductor center. Similarly, so they can be in advisory committee, they can be in bringing in research, they can be also bringing in some support system. Similarly, here when our students come, they may need a support, hand holding, and that support, because your experience, and many times they do not listen to their parents or teachers, but they listen to seniors. So that's the way. So maybe that is an important connect. So many initiatives of joint institute of excellence between us, you can associate. That will be very good.
Thank you very much, sir, for your answer. We would like to take one more question if anyone in the audience over here. Thank you.
So first of all, thank you very much to all of you for sharing the valuable insights, not only about IIT Bombay and Tohoku University joint initiative, but also about the connect between India and Japan. So I understand that we will have some joint programs for students or for researchers. So right now I'm a faculty at the University of Tokyo, Japan. So my question is for people like me. So we are liking it here in Japan, but we also feel the responsibility of contributing towards India. So I think you mentioned in your slides that we could have cross appointment. So what kind of opportunities do you think we could have to contribute to both the nations at this stage?
First of all, come to IIT Bombay, we can meet a visiting professor or joint professors or whatever in any form. The fact that you are at Tokyo University, congratulations, you are doing fantastic job. We are very happy to have you as adjunct professor or visiting professor. At the same time, because of the relationship that we will have with Tohoku, collaboration cannot be stopped. We can have all the collaboration. The first and the foremost thing that you can do is to start collaborating with a professor from IIT Bombay in whichever field you are specialized. At the same time, we can have somebody from Tohoku University. We can possibly have Tohoku University, Tokyo University, and IIT Bombay as an MOU, and we can possibly apply for common grants and come with newer, possibly we can have a PhD student working at all the three places also. So infinite opportunities. I can talk to you later after this also.
Thank you, sir.
Very happy to know that you are a faculty member at Tokyo University.
Thank you.
Actually, this, the Joint Institute of Excellence is not exclusive one, but open to all the people, so that I can say that we can be associated with our university as well.
Good to hear that, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the panelists for your informative answers. There will be more opportunity for interaction during the networking session. Once again, let's give a round of applause for our panelists. With this, we would like to conclude today's event. On behalf of the Embassy of India in Japan, IITB, and Tohoku University, we would like to thank all the speakers and participants for joining us in today's celebration. We warmly invite you all for the networking session outside the auditorium in the foyer area. Thank you very much and have a good day.